So that's what it looks like now. I really like to use these curlers because they don't damage your hair. If you have a desire for long, thick hair, you need to not be heat damaging it. I also don't have to use products with this. It actually seems to do better without products. Okay, where's my camera? So this has been in for about 45 minutes. The trick is that you want to start the curl at the bottom and then kind of wrap everything up here up around that, because this is never going to get real curly. This is too heavy, too thick. It doesn't have any layers in it. If your hair's thick and it looks thick, your hair can only have a limited number of layers in it, or else it isn't thick anymore. So if your hair is thick, especially up here, it ain't going to curl. It's going to be the part at the bottom that curls, so that's the part you want on the curler. So that's what it looks like now. I really like to use these curlers because they don't damage your hair. If you have a desire for long, thick hair, you need to not be heat damaging it. I also don't have to use products with this. It actually seems to do better without products. I think it helps to have a few layers in your hair, but again, if you're going for thick, long hair, you don't want too many layers. It's kind of that balancing act of, if you have really nice thick hair, it looks pretty in braids, it looks pretty down. If you, however, like to do it up and do it super fancy, you need lots of layers. And right now I have almost no layers. Like, you can see how long that is. I have almost no layers, so this is going to flatten a lot sooner than it would have back in the day when I was taking a lot of hair out. I was razoring it so that I had very little actual thickness, and that meant that when I curled it, it would stay up, it would stay bouncy because it wasn't too heavy. But I love to wear my hair in braids, and that is why I haven't razored it. Most of this here is quite thick. This down here from when I was layering it more is obviously not as thick, but I really like this tool, and I have been using it since I was 21. I was 21 when I started using the Caruso, what is it called? Caruso. Caruso? Yeah, Caruso. I was 21 when I started using this. I'm about to turn 39, so I've been using it forever. And if you have allergies to hair products, or if your hair doesn't like to be curled, my hair does not like to be curled with a curling iron. It fries and doesn't hold a curl, whereas this, because it's a steam and it's gentle, it's kind of like more like a cold set, like if you had worn your hair in curlers overnight. So there we go. We are going out to Kaya's baptism today, and hopefully you guys are having a lovely Monday. I think I'm putting this out Monday, so we'll talk to you later. There were times in my life when the side definitely is going to pick up. Honey, just get dressed. I already told you. You can get dressed, just don't wander into the frame. So for those of you who are struggling with their hair being thin or with a itchy scalp, I do have an oil, what are they called? I have an oil treatment that I use. When I was first starting out my YouTube channel, I had chemically treated hair, and my scalp itched a lot, and I was miserable with my hair, and I was losing hair, and it was breaking. And I looked up on Pinterest, I think, and found a recipe for a hair oil treatment that is supposed to help regrow hair. And I used it religiously. I used it religiously for about a year. And what happened was my scalp stopped itching. I had some sores in my hair that were caused from dry shampoo. So if you're using dry shampoo and you want your hair to grow, stop using dry shampoo, because what it does is it just mats down, and it doesn't matter how much shampoo and everything else you use on your hair, it won't get that actual solid, dry, fluffy, nasty stuff off your scalp, and then your hair can't grow. So stop using dry shampoo. Make sure to brush your hair every day, because it stimulates and moves dandruff away. I used to have a terrible, terrible time with dandruff, and I had scars here because this is where I was trying to get the most body. And in here I had these huge scars, huge sores and scars from the dry shampoo. So if you're interested in that, I do have the one that I like, that I feel does the best job. I tried a lot of different oil treatments, I don't know what you call it, but you make them at home. They're not expensive to make, and they're very effective in my opinion. If I want my hair to grow faster, if I want it to grow thicker, I'll use it, but I haven't had to use it in a long time. If my hair slows down and I want it to grow faster, I use it. If my hair feels like it just needs a little bit of a kick in the butt, I use it. But I used it religiously for a couple years, and then I stopped using it because I didn't need it anymore. It's all perfectly healthy. So that is on our Etsy store, so make sure to go check that out. I'll put the link in the description below. The thing I like about the stuff is you can make it at home. It doesn't have chemicals in it. Make sure that none of the oils in it you're actually allergic to. And that's it, I think. So, we'll talk to you later. So, are you excited?
Yeah.
About to get baptized?
Yeah.